Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Maria Fleming from Senior Resource Network. When you need a trusted local professional, today is an exciting day to talk about the silver tsunami. And so today we have three special guests coming on to talk about who they are, what they do, and how they impact the community. So today we'll talk to Dania Hester from Senior Home Solution. And Dania, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Well, again, my name is Dania Hester. I am a senior transition specialist with Senior Home Solutions, which is a division of Rod Family Acquisition LLC. And what I do is I am pretty much like a mediator. I help the seniors transition out of their home into a long-term care community if they need that. Sometimes we're able to help them, but if they don't need that, sometimes when we go into their homes, we are able to help the families be able to get maybe all the furnishings that our parents acquire over the years.
Okay.
We take care of those furnishings as well, so they won't have to take on those financial burdens when getting those things organized out. We just try to eliminate as much stress as possible that these seniors go through, especially when they're transitioning into maybe an assisted living or a nursing home if they're not able to stay inside their homes. The families a lot of time already go through enough with trying to care for mom and dad, let alone trying to talk with their brother or sister about what's going on inside the home, of who's getting what and things of that nature, where they need to go. So as a senior transition specialist, what I do within our company, because we use the vehicle of real estate investing, so what we do is with that vehicle is we allow them to be able to gain access to the funds needed to get the care in a more appropriate time frame. Typically, what we find is before we're able to get to the seniors, they're waiting 30 to 45 days after an offer is accepted on a home.
Oh, wow.
Before the cash is released, because that's the normal process. And what we do is we go in and we purchase the home. So we are the buyer. So we have the capabilities of giving them those funds a lot faster.
Oh, wow.
So not only do we help with eating the cost on the back end, so they won't have to eat the cost on the front end. But by releasing those funds, like I said, they are able to get into their assisted living or their nursing home, and then the family is grateful because not only do they have those funds released, but along the way, that journey, we're able to connect up with other resources like Senior Resource Network and other people within the community that can better serve them for that particular situation that they need. So sometimes we're able to get a placement counselor. They'd be able to come in and let them know what type of help they need, because my lane is not to tell them, oh, they need a nursing home or they need assisted living or they are that they are okay to stay inside their home, but someone that is equipped properly can go in and tell them. So we try to connect up with other professionals in the community to give them the resources that they need. So those are just a few things that we try to do.
That's exciting. And so before I move forward with Michelle, tell me, is there, I think you and I talked about being able to custom package, some of the needs of our seniors if they want to stay in a private care facility, with possibly partnering them up with professionals in the home. How exciting is that?
Yes. So we try our best to be, like I said, we use the vehicle of real estate investing to be able to help so we can be able to purchase those homes, but however, sometimes we can't. So sometimes we try to do a thing where they either sell and stay because they want to stay in a forever home, if that makes sense. They're comfortable right there. So we try to come up with some creative ways to give them the cash they need sometimes for in-home care, because that can be expensive
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So we try to think outside the box of how can we better serve. So that's one of the ways that we're able to do. And sometimes we have custom packages, like you mentioned, where we can be able to get the workers in there. So we're pretty creative with it. And sometimes if we don't have what they need right at that moment, we have a group of individuals around us that we can brainstorm and get some really cool things together for our seniors in the community.
That's exciting. That is exciting. And not only do you help the seniors, but you also help some of the families in the community.
Yes, we help. My love right now is my that pulls on my heartstrings is the seniors, but we do help the other family members too. Not only by relieving that stress, but we also help other family members. So if they in like pre-foreclosures and stuff like that,
Wow.
we help them as well get out of those tough situations. So if it just looked like, oh, there's no way out, just give us a call and let us sit down and talk with you, because sometimes you need a different perspective. Because sometimes we look at our trouble and our trials and we just like, oh my gosh, we're freaking out, like what can I do? But someone
Right.
else can sit down with you and show you, okay, take a breather, it'll be okay. Let me show you your muscle. Let me
Right.
show you some strengths. Give you back your power so that you can breathe again. So that's pretty much what we try to do. We try to be servant leaders as much as possible inside of our community. So if we serve someone else, got to bring it back to us at the appointed time. So that's what we believe.
That is amazing. And we're going to circle back around, but thank you so much, Dania. That was awesome. And so our guest, Michelle Gavaretti, likes
Yep, you got
spaghetti. So she was in the green room, and then she had talked to our producer to tell him her last name, and that will always stick with me now.
Yeah.
So Michelle is a licensed agent with Health Markets. Also is with the BNI.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Yeah, no problem. So, Michelle Gavaretti, I have a office. I am a licensed agent for health, life, Medicare. Of course, this is, like you said, the silver tsunami right now. So this is the Medicare season, trying to reach as many people who have Medigaps or plans that they're not happy with. I am also involved in the Business Networking International. We have a small chapter over in Granger. We meet over at the Copper Creek Cafe once a week on Wednesdays, and it is just a bunch of entrepreneurs that are coming together that pass referrals and feed off of each other. Of course, we, have friendships and use each other's services and that kind of stuff, but it's about growing each other's businesses. I hold the seat of the VP there, so I get to keep track of statistics and that kind of stuff, just trying to make us grow. And the bigger the group, the more hands and feet out there referring you business, helping you market, helping give anybody who has a business knows that if I say, hey, Dania is the one you need to go to, she can help you out, whatever, they're going to go to her over me, over her, waiting for a TV ad or a print ad or something that comes in the mail, or, they're being bombarded. People are being bombarded with print ads and that kind of stuff. So part of that is just getting the Health Markets name out there, but also getting my particular business. There's a lot of agents out there. I really pride myself on being very personal. I want to meet with all sorts of people. Everybody can tailor their individual agency to different components. Some people just work with people for health insurance, some people just do life insurance, some people just do Medicare supplements, some do Medicare Advantage. So you can really tailor it, and I try to keep myself pretty broad and doing a little bit of all of it. That way, whoever is sitting in front of me, whatever it is they need, whether it be if I have the knowledge, or whether I need to lean on the people that I've made connections with in the networking group, then I can say, oh my gosh, you're having problems with your car insurance. Let me get you to that person. Oh, you need a financial advisor. Let me get you to that person. You know, I put plugs in all the time for people to help grow their business, but because I trust them with my own personal needs, so then, you know, I know how they work, I know how they are, and then you can just be a more valuable resource. So yeah,
That's exciting. I know with it being open enrollment for our seniors that are Medicare advocates, so what's that like right now? What's that like right now for you?
Yeah, so it's insane. So I don't understand why, you know, we'll never know why the federal government did what they do, but they have just this window from October 15th through December 7th for anybody to make changes. Well, at the same time, the health insurance then starts in November 1st through the end of the year for their changes. So it kind of overlaps. And so then you have a lot of people that feel rushed and urgent, you know, I gotta get in there, I gotta get in there. And there's only so many hours of the day, you know, so you're trying to fit as many people in there, because of course I don't wanna ever let anybody, you know, be stuck into a plan that they didn't want, because there's, you know, there are special enrollment periods that, you know, if they have changes in certain criteria, they can make a change otherwise, but, you know, for seniors, that's far and few between. So, I pride myself on, right after the business networking group, I am over in South Bend. I have a booth inside the South Bend Clinic. Just inside, you'll see the Health Markets banner, and we've got a little booth there, and we've got a TV that's playing information about Medicare and all the benefits. And you know, it's so confusing. I don't know how anybody, you know, as you're getting older, you get out of the loop, just like music. You know, I was laughing because my son, he's 17, you know, some song will come on, what is that? I don't even know anything about this. You know, electronics change all the time. So as you get farther removed from things, you know, and then you're supposed to keep up on all these changes that happen year over year over year. And it's so, you know, leave it to a trusted professional, like you said. Leave it to somebody who does it day in and day out, who has the capability, you know. And my services are free, so you know, it's not about the money. So you know, having somebody, if I'm looking for information, I'm going to go to the person who does it day in and day out, who knows that like the back of their hand, rather than try to dive into something myself. That's the service I try to provide. So.
And you do so well. And I'm in the BNI group with Michelle, and so just reaching out, she does a phenomenal job at, you know, making you feel welcome and staying, keeping you encouraged and just informed. Hey, we've got this meeting coming up, you know, welcome. And it was really inspiring. And that was one of the reasons why I came to the BNI meeting, and why I stayed, and then why I joined. And so thank you so much. We're going to come back around. We're going to talk about some other things. But next, we're going to talk to Victoria Fleming. And Victoria is an advocate for seniors. So she's out in the trenches every single day, day in and day out, with the seniors. So she knows, she has a good experience on what they need, what the gaps are. So tell us a little bit about you and why you got into business.
Well, I've been a CNA for about the last several years now, since about 2016, I want to say. So, but I've always been a caring person. I've always been one that wanted to take care of people, that wanted to be that extra person for them, be that if they didn't have anybody, I wanted to be there for them.
Right.
That was always me. So I actually grew up in the nursing home as a little kid. My mom worked in a nursing home, and when she didn't have a babysitter, we were right there with her. We were doing activities with the residents. I feel like this was just always something I was supposed to do. So when I actually became a CNA and I actually started getting in there and I was in the trenches with them and I'm going through it, I started realizing some things weren't right. some things were amazing and also some things weren't right. But
Right.
they pulled at my heart. I made some amazing connections with a lot of my patients, with a lot of coworkers, and it's just been an amazing experience being a CNA and working with the seniors of the community.
Wow, that's so inspiring. I know that there are times where, you feel like you want to stand in the gap for them.
Oh, yeah.
And so, what challenges have you seen out there that we as professionals, what do we need to do? How do we need to step up our game to be able to be there for them?
Well, a lot of times of what I notice is a lot of them don't have family. A lot of them don't have anybody that will come visit them on a daily or a weekly basis. They don't have that type of interaction. The only interaction they have is their nurses, their CNAs. If the managers come see them, the activities, if they come visit them, a lot of them are confined to their rooms because either they don't want to get up, or they're not getting up, or whatever the case may be. But they don't have really nobody there. Like as I traveled for the last 4 years, it would break my heart ending my assignment at that nursing home, because it's like, okay, are you going to continue to receive this type of care that I'm giving you? Are you going to continue to get this type of compassion, or is it just going to stop here? Like,
Yeah.
and then I'm leaving, so now I don't know what's going on with you.
Right.
And I've built that connection with you. I've built all of that with you, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
So it is they pull at my heart a lot. They really do. But they're just having people come see them, having communication. If they do have family, a lot of them can't communicate with their family. A lot of them, there's no phones in the rooms. 9 times out of 10, there's no phones in the rooms. If they want to talk to their family, they'll have to grab a phone from the nurse station, and that's if the CNA even has time to get that phone to them, because we're constantly running, we're constantly going. We have several other people to take care of, showers to do, people to feed, people to change, people to it's so much. So a lot of time with them, what I noticed was that they want to speak with their family, they want to talk to their family, but we may not have the time or the resources to let them talk to their family.
So, do you think with the affordable connectivity program that you are heading up, do you think that would be a benefit for our seniors?
Most definitely. The ACP, the Affordable Connectivity Program, the ACP program would definitely be a plus for them, as they can get the phone or the tablet, plus they get Medicaid, so that's a plus. They already qualify for it right off the bat. I had actually went to a nursing home, signed people up, everybody got approved. Everybody. So I know that the ACP program, yes, they're in the streets, yes, they're signing families up and stuff like that, but what about our seniors? What about everybody in the nursing homes, group homes? What about that? Because they're not getting reached to this program. So now they will have a cell phone to talk to their family. They'll have a tablet to video chat with their family, see their grandkids, see their nieces, their nephews. So
I have a question on that program. How about the service? Like, how does the service cost?
the service does not cost. It is
Okay.
actually completely free. They will get it free.
Okay.
All of that. So no,
Yeah,
they don't
so
have to pay
that's-
for a service.
I think one of the things that I've come across is that as I'm helping individuals that are in a nursing home or assisted living, they can't afford the cell phone bill.
Yeah.
Right.
The cell
You know,
phone bill,
the-
the landline, because even the
they
landlines
can't
get
afford that,
expensive.
and
Yeah.
so one of the programs, like that would be perfect for them to be able to have that,
Yeah.
and then then the nurses are able to do what they need to do,
Yeah, exactly.
frees them up.
And all we have to do is just 9 times out of 10 they're going to know how to work a phone. But we may have to teach them how to use a tablet, or we may have to teach them how to maybe download some things, show them something, because tablets are kind of new for our seniors. They're not
right,
really
right.
up to date on a tablet or even a touch screen phone. So we may have to take that extra step to show them how to operate it or work it.
Little
But
group classes.
but it's worth it. It's definitely
Yes,
worth it.
absolutely.
It is worth it. So, yeah, the ACP program, I have sent out so many letters to nursing homes and hoping that I can get into every nursing home in northern Indiana by the end of the year. I would love it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
And so what's great about this program, if I'm understanding it correctly, it is a 2-year data-free program, meaning that they don't have a bill.
Yes.
And if they are approved, so the system says whether they're approved for a tablet or whether they're approved for a phone, but the nice thing about having a tablet is that there are apps that they can put on there where they can
Yes.
still use it as a phone. It's an Android.
Yes.
So that still have the capabilities. And I believe Senior Resource Network also opened up another avenue to bridge the gap. So bridging that generational gap through technology, meaning that the youth will be able to teach our seniors. And in return, the seniors are able to pour into our youth by just sharing with them, some of the things, that they may not have been exposed to growing up.
Well, that's
right?
what we do anyway. I mean, everybody, I talk to, people will come in and they'll have their granddaughter or their grandson or their daughter or, son or whatever. They'll have them coming in and they'll be like, oh, how can I get that electronic scope of appointment? What is that all about? I don't know what to push. I thought it was a scam, and, they're looking through the phones and helping them out, oh, don't do this. This is how you block them,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So they're already doing it organically,
Right, right.
But sometimes they don't have the person.
Yeah.
So then it'd almost be the reverse of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah.
The
Right.
reverse.
Right.
So
So this, the ACP program that Victoria is heading up in the community, and so there are other enrollers throughout the organization within South Bend and Elkhart and Goshen. So their hopes is to be able to reach as many people that qualify for these programs. And how do they qualify, Victoria?
Yeah, because it's not just for the seniors; it's for everybody. We want anybody to be able to use this program, honestly. So if you receive any food stamps, Medicaid, housing assistance, Social Security, WIC, anything within those guidelines, then we can get you approved for either a phone or a tablet. So, the tribal. Tribal specific programs as well, like the Bureau of Indian Affairs General Assistance, Tribal TANF, or Food Distribution Program on Indian reservations. We can also get you guys approved as well. So there's plenty of opportunities to get this free service, to either get a phone or a tablet.
That's exciting. That's
Yeah.
exciting. So we're going to switch gears and get a little more personal. So Victoria, do you have children?
I do. I have one son. His name's
okay.
Messiah.
Messiah. How old is he?
He's 6.
Oh, okay. So I bet he keeps you busy. Is he on sports or anything like that?
He does football. He plays for the Pop Warner community program, so he does tackle football right now, which they are actually going to playoffs. Exciting.
Yay.
But he's in school and does football and keeps me on my toes.
Right. So what's it like being a boy mom?
Oh, child. I never expected myself to be a boy mom. I always said if I had a kid, I would only have one. It would be a girl, and it would just be me and her against the world. I wouldn't care if anybody else was a part of it. And then here comes God, and they said, it's a boy. I said, oh, no, but I love him so much. It has been such an experience being a boy mom. I have learned things about myself. I have learned things about being a single parent. I have learned things, it's been an amazing roller coaster, honestly.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Michelle, are you a mom?
I am. My boy is much bigger. And
You're
hairier.
a boy mom.
My son is 17. He's a junior at Elkhart High. He's involved so he was in a junior ROTC program for the first 2 years. Then in his junior year, he decided to enroll in the Ivy Tech partnership. So it's like a dual program so that they can earn college credits while they're still in high school. So he's trying to do that. And he has always had a passion. He likes to sing. And so we go to different choir performances. He's part of the madrigals, which is like your old medieval times times. They all get all dressed up in the, OG outfit. And then he's going to be in a play that is coming up in November, the second weekend of November. Elkhart High has a play for The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, the Narnia story. And he's going to be the fox, no, the wolf. The wolf. I'm sorry. Sorry, honey.
Sorry, that's right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So he's gonna be into that, and he's a very burly, furry guy. So he has, been growing all his hair out and everything for this position in this play. So I'm excited to see it. So
That's exciting. That's exciting. Dania, do you have children?
Yes, we have a blended family of 4 children
Okay.
and 5 grandkids.
Oh.
One of them is gone with the Lord, but we have 1 local, and the other 3 is in Michigan. So, not to say the least, the one that's here is a little girl. I know you was talking about being a boy mom. It's a little girl, so she gets spoiled rotten because she is my first blood grandbaby. So it's just like, oh goodness, okay, if only my mom was here to be able to see this.
yeah, right.
So it's a blessing to be able to embrace your family that way and to be able to see the next generation starting their family. So, yep, we have 4 kids, 2 girls and 2 boys.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Even.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So, wow. So, Senior Resource Network. So, myself, I have a son, I have a grandson, I have a daughter-in-law, and I have a husband now. And so I'm really excited about that. So I got married on 8/18 to my husband Roy Fleming, and it's been awesome. And with Senior Resource Network, we're excited about our expansion. We're excited about who we are and what we stand for. And so with Senior Resource Network, our network consists of legal, financial, home and auto, and personal. And so the essence of Senior Resource Network is to protect our seniors from unscrupulous business practices. And that is the reason why we formed Senior Resource Network, preparing for the silver tsunami, because there are resources out here that our seniors need and do not know about. And collectively meeting with and talking with other professionals on what's out there, what do they need, and collectively having it all under one roof is very important, and the fact that we are all better together. And our faith in our good Lord and growing and expansion spiritually, mentally, and physically, and being able, and what I've learned in BNI is that givers gain. Tell us a little bit about Givers Gain.
Yeah, so for every meeting that we have, somebody stands up. Usually it's the person who is the speaker of the day, but the person stands up to talk about what Givers Gain is. And that is the concept that if I'm looking and working with each of you guys, and I'm putting all this energy and whatever into marketing your businesses and expanding your businesses, then just naturally you're going to want to do right by me as well. And so it's kind of goes back to the old, do unto others as you would have them do to you.
Right,
So
right.
Givers Gain is really just a shorter way to say that, is that, as long as you're doing what you should be doing, getting out there, giving people information that could be helpful to them, and then in turn it's going to come back to you. So
I agree. So there are some events coming up. So we've got the Wellness and Wealth Summit in October 27th at the CLC Ballroom, and that is 305 South Michigan Street in South Bend. That time frame is from 1 to 5. So we have many speakers that will be there talking about wellness, talking about wealth, talking about faith. We've also have another event coming up for Women's Entrepreneur Summit, See to Your Health, where Dania is going to she's going to be the MC. So I'm super excited to hear about the individuals that are speaking at this event. And so this one is going to be November 16th at the annual Women's Entrepreneur Summit, Roundtables for Success. Where is that location? It's going to be at the Rio?
I'm not quite sure. I can't recall right offhand.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was the Rio. I thought it was the Rio. So
But it is on social media. So if you was to go on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook, okay.
And probably type inside the search engine on Facebook and just type in the Women's Entrepreneur Summit. Something should pop up, or either type in See to Your Health.
Oh, yeah.
Women's.
Cindy.
You should be able to see it popping up, and it's going to have a location on there.
Yeah, it looks like Women's Entrepreneur Summit.org.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes. So, one of the things that we talked about in the past, not too long ago, was some of the challenges we face as women, having to wear many hats. Moms, wives, business owners, and all the intricate things. And we even talked about this last night in our Zoom meeting late in the evening last night about as a business owner, you have to fill many roles. And so, what are some of the challenges, and how did you overcome that, Dania?
Well, I would be very transparent. I don't think I have overcome it. Okay. I think that I am still learning and growing in that role of wearing many different hats. God has me in a place right now in my life where I'm learning to allow the delegation to follow through. So that is something new for me, because a lot of times it's one thing to delegate, and it's another thing to follow through with that delegation, because sometimes we like to feel like no one can do it like I can do it.
Oh, right.
So we want to pick back up the very thing that we were supposed to let go of. So that's why I said I think that I'm still in that learning process and learning to let go and let God. And let
Yes.
God give you the help that you need to have to be more effective and successful in whatever He placed in my hands to do. So with that, I believe that God is showing me to be a better steward with what He has positioned me to do. So I think that's about stewardship and being that servant leader that I was saying before. So I don't think that I've arrived. I'm still learning.
Right, and it's
an
all about the
evolution.
journey. It's not a race to see who gets there faster. It's about collecting all the pieces that God lays down for you, and
Right.
sometimes it's hard to see those things as a blessing. Whether it be, at first when we see it, we may not see it as a blessing, but it all comes full circle, and then you finally get it. You're like, oh, I get it. Now I get why that happened. Or and so Michelle, same question.
Yeah, I feel like it's just evolving. It's evolving. It's the evolution of as you're going through the peaks and valleys of life. I am a single mom as well. My son is older now, so I'm into the phase where I don't have to worry about getting a sitter. I don't have to worry about that, which is so nice. However, he is going to be on the roads very soon. That's a fear of mine. That's a fear, a very strong fear. So, and just, making sure that he's prepared as he becomes, a man, and he's making good decisions and all that kind of stuff. You feel like all the stuff that you've poured into them year over year, and you formed this person, and you just kind of bump them out and let them fly. So, but I think that. I've gone through a lot of different transitions and stuff in life, and it's just morphing and adaptation, adapting to whatever your environment is and making the best of it as you can. So,
So that's wonderful. That's really good advice. And then Victoria, your journey so far. You have a 6-year-old. So what's some of the challenges that you're facing?
It's a lot of challenges. Every day I feel like it's something new. I feel like it's a new challenge. It's something else I have to get over or overcome, because trying to become an entrepreneur and trying to set that foundation for myself and for my child, it's like, okay, well, I need help getting him to school. Oh, I need help picking him up. Oh, he has homework. Oh, he has football. Oh, I need a sitter for this. Oh, I need it just seems like it's always something and something and something. And then if you don't have a job that goes around it, it's like, oh gosh, like that's really what made me want to become an entrepreneur, was because I got tired of dealing with these jobs and them not being flexible with
They're sick,
exactly. They're
And
not.
you're like,
Yeah.
How can I not?
So I'll be on the
gotta
phone
be
with them,
off.
and I'm like, well, he's sick, I'm sick, I can't take him to school. He has a temp, and they're like, well, are you still coming to school? I mean, are you still coming to work? And I'm like, ma'am, no. Like,
We want to infect the people. Hello.
yes, like it's like they don't understand that we're human, and we still
Yeah.
like there are single mothers out there, and we're young and we're doing it by ourselves, and it's hard that there's not a lot of resources for us. So especially when you want to become an entrepreneur, it's like, okay, so where's our resources at? Like, how do I do this? How do I become this wonderful woman, this wonderful entrepreneur, like this, so that owns her own business, and a
secretary,
mom and a secretary
yeah.
and a dad and the
Chef.
cook and the nurse and the teacher. Like, how do I balance it all when there's really not that much of a support system for me to lean on? You got
And that's
that.
where networking
Yeah.
comes into play too, because the more it's about business, it's it starts there. We get to know it because we want to push our businesses and grow and expand and make money and all
Yeah.
this, but then you forge friendships that you didn't
Right.
realize were there,
Yeah.
and then you're like, hey, what's going on? Oh, you got a kid too? Oh, we've got these similarities, and hey, why don't we do this, and next thing you know, you have play dates, or you have, girls' night out, or
and
whatever.
that's
So-
one thing I've been encountering lately, is that I've been running into family members, and we got kids all the same age, and we've all been, let's do this with the kids. Okay, come to my house. I'm cooking dinner. We'll all hang out, or like, it's just things, and it's so nice because now it's not just me and my son. Now it's just not me with a 6-year-old. And my mind's going crazy because everything's ABC 1, 2, 3. So now I have another mother to talk to, and she has kids. So now my son's not bothering me, and mom. So it's nice.
I was just thinking along the lines of what you said about some of the people that you work with. They don't have the people around them. There's a lot of people out there that are doing it on their own.
Yeah.
I don't have both sets of my parents are passed. My grandparents are passed. Like all of my upper, what I would consider my senior network and my, my household is not there. So when my son and I are doing stuff, we have people in our network that are auntie and like cousin, but they're not blood, but that they are. They're
Yeah.
still that network. They're that foundation that
Yeah.
that ride or die. If you need something, you call them up and say, oh, do you have any of this? He was looking for a pair of boots for the play, and I don't want to go out and buy a pair of boots that he's not going to wear. This is just small world problems, right? So what do? You pick up the phone and say, hey, you got a son that age. Hey, you got a son that age. And
Yeah.
hey, does anybody wear that size? Can we get some help? And oh, sure, you can borrow these or whatever. But that it's all about just having that's what I like, is having a lot of different people, a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different ages, and everybody gives something. You get something. Everybody has great aspects and personality traits, and everybody has not so great personality traits, but we feed off of each other, and just organically start learning things from other people as you spend time with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, It's you know, I was just thinking about that with when you were talking about, you know, going back to 6 years old, man.
Right.
I remember those days, so yeah.
Right. So, and then so I'm in the Walk Through Bethlehem play this year at the Christian Center Church, and so I will know what my role will be. So I did audition for a couple different spots. So we'll see. They did offer me one to be a guide, but that was just, I felt like it would be a little overwhelming for me. And there were like a ton of lines. There were like the whole book, like this would be all my lines, and I don't think I could do it. So, but they said, "Don't worry, we've got a spot for you. Don't worry." And
Well,
so
Maria, you should be Mary, right? I
yeah,
mean,
it was really funny because I had thought about that, but I didn't say it. I was like,
Right.
well, if it's for me,
Right.
they'll give it to me.
Right.
But I'm super excited about this play because it's not about Christmas. It's about bringing awareness and to talk about God and Jesus and how He's transforming us in our daily lives by even the Bible. The acronym for the Bible is a book of instructions before you leave Earth, right? Mm-hmm. And so a lot of our answers that we crave are some of the questions that we are asking, like, God, what about this, and why isn't this happening, or why isn't that happening? And all those instructions are in the book. Now, I will tell you, I'm new in Christ, so I'm going through the book, and there's a lot of things that I don't understand. But and I talked to Robo. We had a one-on-one, and his suggestion was to just take it, just a verse by verse, and then pray on it.
Those instructionals where you can, it doesn't actually go from left to right, it goes in the order of the way that things progress through the Bible. So sometimes you can get, guides and that kind of thing if that helps you or serves you.
Sure.
To go through it. So.
And so I'm very passionate about being able to reach more people in our ministry. And Senior Resource Network is literally a ministry to be able to serve our underserved population and to be able to connect with people and to connect with God. And that's the motto for for Christian Center Church is connecting with people and connecting with God. And so I'm so grateful and thankful for everyone here that came on the show, shared their story and what they do, and I'm thankful for everyone being able to serve the community. So Senior Resource Network, when you need a trusted local professional, thank you so much. Mm-hmm.